Hello and welcome to Is Teruma. This year is entitled Halachot of Teruma Maasair. Hashem will have a series on this most important halacha, and sometimes forgotten, maybe even neglected a bit. Forgotten because even though we're living in Eretz Israel where the halachot still applies, Baruch Hashem, the fruits and vegetables are available and they're already tithed. And when they reach us in the supermarket, they have a proper hashgacha, rafrati, rabbanut, badatz, etc., which is great, but we don't really know the halachot then. And we can have fruits, vegetables growing in our own backyard, and we won't even know what to do. So it's important to learn halachot, to learn halachot, and to know what to do. First of all, the mitzvah that we have today, Teruma Maasair, is it from the Torah or from the rabbis? Do we need to have the Beit HaMikdash? And therefore, it's true we're living in Eretz Yisrael, Baruch Hashem, but we don't have the Mikdash. Therefore, it's Rabbanan. The answer is no. We do not need the temple. As a matter of fact, having the temple is not the essential factor here. In the second temple period, when Ezra came up, 42,000 people joined, and there were millions that did not join. We had the Mikdash. Did we have the biblical mitzvah of Teruma Maasair, of tithing of fruits and vegetables? The answer is no. Because the Mikdash is not the crucial component. The crucial component, according to the Rambam, is Rove, the majority of the Jews living over here in Eretz Israel. Then and only then is it from the Torah. So therefore, it's a bit of a sad statement. The last time we had Teruma Maasair from the Torah was not 2,000 years ago, when the Mikdash was destroyed. Who knows, did we ever really have the majority of Jews in the second temple period, in the second Commonwealth? So if we didn't, we'd have to go back to the first temple. So you'll say, okay, 2,000 years ago for destruction of the second temple. We know it lasted 420 years. You go back 70 years before that. So about 500 or so years, that's when we had the robe. No. Sancheriv already a century before that kicked out the 10 tribes. So my gosh, think about when was the last time we had the majority of Jews living in Eretz Israel? It was over 100 years before the first temple was destroyed. So we're talking about 2,500, 600 years ago, when the last time we had the biblical mitzvah of Teruma Maasair. It has not been on the Mikdash, it's been on the majority of Jews. I mean, Hashem, we have 6.3 million Jews now in Eretz Israel. Our numbers are growing, and tragically, the Galut Jews in exile are diminishing. If it was because they're making Aliyah, that wouldn't be a tragic figure. But it's because of assimilation into marriage. So that's a tragic, tragic figure. So soon we will have the majority in Eretz Israel. And then the mitzvah Teruma Maasair will once again, the first time in over 2,000 years, will become biblical. Yetz Hashem, we should live and see that day, B'mheirav Yameinu, speedily in our days. Shalom.